Welcome back, folks. Rare Sunday video for the channel since I made the change, but this one, I just can't ignore it. The first thing I will tell you is anyone treating anyone else the way George Floyd was treated is wrong, and that person should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. From reports I've been hearing, the person who did it is in custody and being charged, although that had to have President Trump demanding the FBI investigate. Of course, the state of Minnesota is now saying that he didn't die from having an officer kneel on his neck for 7 minutes. It was complications from other causes. So, of course, they're covering their butts. But, amazingly, the news about COVID-19, there's nothing being said. But within just a very short time of jails being emptied to protect them from the virus, and masks being all but required federally, we now have something happen that sparks riots in at least 3 cities that I know of. Actually 4. LA, Dallas, Atlanta, and Minneapolis have all seen them. Small businesses are being destroyed. There was a story about a black man who sunk every penny he had into a bar, and it was destroyed. And when asked about it, one of the rioters, I will not call them protesters, responded, well, he could claim insurance, and was still unapologetic when told the man had no insurance. They aren't doing this to protest the killing of George Floyd. They are doing this to destroy anything and everything they can. You don't protest an injustice by breaking the law. There is no law saying you cannot stand and hold signs and chant. In fact, that's protected by the First Amendment, the right to peaceably assemble and petition for redress of grievances. The second you break a window, steal from Target, burn things to the ground, you're not protesting, you're rioting. I've been seeing reports that cities all over the country have had signs go up offering money if you'll go to Minneapolis and riot. That's a felony, although I think rioting should be a felony too. Of course, we're already having people say that the cause of the riots are white nationalists, when I don't see any white people rioting like that. I would absolutely love to be able to hypnotize people, just to tell police, get me 3 of them, hypnotize them into thinking the officer was black and George Floyd was white, and all the rioters that they are showing on TV, have them think all of them are white, just to get them on video saying, well, they shouldn't do that. They're breaking the law. You need to arrest every one of them. Throw them in jail. That's not how you do it. Just to get them on record, admitting it's not about George Floyd. Of course, I said that 4 years ago. I'd love to hypnotize the world and have everybody think their candidate won, just to get rid of the idiotic Hillary supporters still to this day crying about the popular vote. I've watched video after video after video where people read Hillary Clinton quotes and Donald Trump quotes, and they flip who they say they're from. And when they hear Hillary's quote, but they're told it's from Trump, well, that's evil. When they hear Trump's quote, but it's Hillary, well, that's great. That's a great idea. When they're told, oh, wait, Hillary didn't say that, Trump did, they flip out. This is a crisis of arrogance, a crisis of narcissism, and more. These people don't care about law and order. They care about being free to do whatever the hell they want, whenever they want. You can see it every day. I talked about this on Friday, I believe, where I flat out told someone, my personal doctor told me I should not wear a mask. Even Dr. Fauci is saying if you're healthy, you should not wear a mask. And I'm called a liar. I'm called a jackass. I'm called worse. I'm told I should be in jail for trying to kill people by not wearing a mask. I'm told that my doctor should not be practicing. It is a move to control every aspect of life. That's all this has ever been. while it was up, the video I had about showing Dr. Lozano, she mentioned that when she would call in a prescription for hydroxychloroquine, she was told she had to provide the ailment or the reason, which is a clear violation of HIPAA. In my mind, that is literally people in positions of power deciding we can't stop them prescribing this because we can't really outlaw it. But if we make them violate HIPAA, we can pull their license and then they won't be able to practice medicine anymore. I know, I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but that is the way a tyrant would think. A tyrant would think, I can't actually outlaw that drug because I'd have to prove why, and I can't. But if I can make doctors violate HIPAA, I can yank their medical license, and then they can't prescribe it. Well, that's not working because doctors are refusing, and they're citing AMA bylaws and HIPAA laws and everything else, and they're getting their work done. Well, now that all of this is starting to be proven to be the crap it is, amazingly, we have a race riot. It's the same tired, old ploy every time. You get someone to do something, and then it sparks riots. And then you blame the people who had nothing to do with it. Chuck Schumer is, as always, he has two things he tweets about these days. It's May 30th, and Donald Trump doesn't have a good national testing strategy. Chuck Schumer is a senator. Senator Schumer, do your job. You want a national testing program? Propose a bill. Send it to the floor of the Senate. Let it be debated. Let it be voted on. But oh no, Chucky won't do that because Chucky knows it'll fail. And he wants to make sure that he doesn't get seen ever doing anything bad. So he doesn't do anything. He demands the president just act. And if President Trump ever did, Schumer would be leading the charge. He violated the Constitution. Impeach. And they think we don't see this. And when he's not doing that, he's tweeting, we need to end racism and bigotry. Good. You know a good start for that? Resign, Chuck. It's your party that foments the hate, the race, the bigotry, and everything else. Look at Al Not-So-Sharpton. Man is millions of dollars behind on his taxes, lives on the high hog, and then as soon as something happens that he can get on TV and make money selling a book off of, he's out doing it. The good Reverend is going to be real surprised when he meets the Creator and he's told, depart from me, I never knew you. These riots are not about George Floyd. Senator Schumer's tweets are not about a national testing strategy. It's not about any of that. It is about controlling you. It's the same as these idiots tweeting, we need a mandatory vaccination that you can't opt out of. No reservations or objections allowed. My objection will be, no, that's illegal. You'll have to shoot me to get me out of this house. I've said it before, I'll say it until the day I die. I will stand, fight, and die on my feet before I live bowed on my knees to a tyrant. And that is exactly what they want. If they can't control you, they want you eliminated. Because then, you're not here to educate the world, to enlighten the people to their tyranny. When the National Guard, which it's been over 100 years since the Minnesota National Guard's been activated inside Minnesota, when they finally have control back, and we have hundreds of people waiting trial for rioting and destruction of property and worse, expect that to be nowhere in the news. And expect some new crisis to emerge. It will never stop because Democrats have nothing. They have no plan. They have no backbone. They have nothing but look at how evil my opponent is because I started a race war. And they didn't resign because of it. We are in a crisis point. It's always said treat every election as if it's the last for your country, but this very well could be. If the Democrats manage to steal power back in November, what we've seen recently will be nothing compared to what they try. And this country will fracture. And I don't want to see that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. As always, be civil. You know the spill. We're here to debate, not scream and yell. Please like and share to widen the conversation and widen the channel. I am doing the giveaway at 500, 1,000, and 1,500, so make sure you're subscribed for that. And you'll want notifications on, so videos like this, off the schedule, you'll know about. Until next time, have a wonderful day.